Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, it's like when I started writing, everything I did was just like kind of just came kind of naturally, but afterwards you start to analyze it and see how it's shaped by everything
Well,
that
I
has,
guess once you've
know?
written something, I guess there's a different relationship between you and the book because you've finished it. But when you're in the middle of it, I guess it's a
Yeah.
your relationship to the book is a bit different. You're creating something, whereas afterwards you're reflecting back on it, aren't you?
Mhm. Yeah. And I kind of I've written all my books without like planning anything beforehand.
oh, that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that's
So I don't even know what I'm writing while I'm writing it. So
that's I if I was writing a novel, I think I'd find that quite scary.
yeah, and it was, and that's why I was saying like when I wrote my first book, I wasn't as confident as a writer as I am now. So it was nice to have that structure that is
Right.
within the detective story. And I don't want to
Yes.
say it's like a, some people say it's like a, what's it called? Like a, making it sound like easier because it's
No, no, no,
has
no.
that
But
detective.
if you're writing genre fiction, then there is a certain expectation about what happens in a particular
Yeah, yeah.
order, perhaps, So maybe if you're writing that kind of book, then there are certain rules, maybe.
Yeah, and you have just like someone to drive the story,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
But I feel like now that I'm more confident and I kind of have started to learn to trust the process, I know that even though I don't know where I'm going, I know that I will get to the end eventually. I used to be not so sure of that.
Do you know roughly where you're going, or is it kind of a surprise to you at the end? You know,
I mean, I do have sometimes it's like, it's been very different with each book, but I do usually have an idea about either the setting, the plot, the character, or like the murder. Um,
yeah. I imagine you must know at least who your murderer is, I suppose,
oh no, I never know that actually.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I never know who the murderer is. I think I kind of like that. I know usually who the victim is. Important, at least in the detective stories. Um, but I usually give myself like I think it's also good because if I don't know where I'm going, the
Oh,
reader
it keeps it
probably won't
yeah,
know it either.
keeps
So
it interesting to you, and I guess it keeps everybody guessing. If you don't know,
yeah,
then how can anybody else know? So
exactly. And I do keep like a lot of options open. So I do
yes,
usually have like I don't know, a lot of reasons for what happened and why and who could have been the culprit. But in the end, I usually find out who is the most likely.
yeah, I mean it's in that sense it's similar to kind of Agatha Christie type thing because it's almost any of your characters in Home Before Dark could have been the murderer.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it keeps it so it's not predictable,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at least I hope so. Uh,
Okay.